Guys, and welcome back to my kitchen. So today we are making these delicious meatballs. They are very yummy, and what I like to do is to keep some for next time. Like when you make your meatballs, make a big batch, okay? Steam it or bake it for a little bit to firm it up, and then freeze it for next time. Yes, we start this video with a tip, okay? So if you're interested for the rest, just keep watching. So here are all the ingredients we are going to need for our meatballs. We have some red bell peppers, we have some garlic, we have some sage leaves, we have some parsley, and we have some onions. Okay, guys? So the list of the ingredients will be in the description box if you're interested. Here I have my meatballs, my mince, and I'm using beef and pork. I have a 5% fat here. You can use any type of mince meat that you like, to be honest, but I like the one that has less fat. That's just me. And then I'm going to add some pork mince here, and the pork has a bit more fat to compensate. Yes, and we are going to mix both of them together, but you can use just beef, okay? You can even use chicken. It's up to you. Use whatever you like. Then add the vegetables that we blended. The vegetables I showed you earlier, I blended, well, chopped them and then added them to the meatballs, added some eggs, added some salt, some seasoning spices, and then the secret ingredient is yogurt. Yes, I just added yogurt. This is not mayonnaise, it's yogurt. Yes. And it's going to keep your meatballs nice and moist and very delicious. Mix the whole thing together and then make your balls. Now this mix that you see there, you can make some balls for meatballs, obviously, and you can use it as well to make some patties for your burgers and things like that. It's entirely up to you, the shape you want to make it: big, small, square, round, triangle, rectangle. Rectangle is up to you. Hexagon. It's up to you. You're the one eating it. So I've made my balls. Here they are. I laid them on my tray, and it's going to go in the oven for 10 minutes at 200 degrees Celsius. Okay, it's just to firm them up. It's not to cook them. So they are not 100% cooked. They are just firmed up. Okay, so that when you put it in your soup or whatever you want to do with it, it's not going to break or change shape or anything like that. Okay, so that is it. And now at this point, you can leave it to cool down and put it in your bags and keep them in your freezer for next time. So that's why I said every time I make meatballs, I make a big batch just because I freeze some. Now here in my pot, I have some butter and some vegetable oil. I'm going to melt the butter, and then I'm going to add my onions. I have onion and garlic here that are chopped. And yes, we're going to fry it for a few minutes, for about a minute or two. And then we're going to add some mixed herbs to it. So you can use the herbs of your choice. My own is mixed. So I have some oregano, I have thyme, I have rosemary, I have what else? I can't remember, but it's a mix of herbs, homemade. I mix the whole thing together nicely, and then we are going to add our tomatoes. It's time for the tomatoes. Here I have tomato. It's not fresh tomato. I'm using canned tomato that I blended in my mixer, in my blender. That is it. That's why the color is so pure, because at the moment you can't find tomato that will be so red. Okay, so you might be wondering, don't wonder too much. It's just canned tomatoes that are blended in my mixer and added to my pot. Okay, mix it nicely, and then we're going to season it: salt, black pepper, and that's enough. Don't add anything else. Don't forget that your meatballs are nicely seasoned, okay, and they have salt as well, so don't forget that when you add your salt to your tomato sauce. Okay, cover, allow it to cook for about 15 minutes on low to medium heat. Don't forget to check from time to time so that it doesn't burn. And then yes, it's time to add our meatballs. The meatballs are half cooked, they are not fully cooked. So yes, and don't forget, when you remove your meatballs from the oven, there will be some juice. The meat will release some juice. Don't throw the juice away. You saw it there. Add everything inside the tomato sauce. Okay, mix well, And then I'm going to add some olives, but this is optional. You don't have to. This was not planned. I just remembered it was there. I had nothing to do with it. So I decided, why not add it to my tomato sauce? So yeah, it's optional. You don't have to. I added the olives, mix well, cover, and allow it to cook for another 10 to 15 minutes on low to medium heat. So now that the sauce is ready, it's time to add your basil. Basil is just to give a nice smell to your sauce, like it's going to bring the smell to another level. Yes, so chop some fresh basil leaves and add it to your tomato sauce. You can use parsley or any other leaves, it's up to you, but basil goes very, very well with tomato sauce. Now it's time to add my pasta. You can add it, eat it with rice, you can eat it with yam, you can eat it with whatever you want, but today for me it was pasta. Okay. So this is what it's looking like. It was yummy, it was delicious, trust me, it was yummy. Okay. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you like the video. I hope you try it. I hope I have given you an idea for your dinner tonight or during this week. Okay guys, see you in my next video. Bye.